Ever see the trailer for one of those awful movies about a cursed doll or a cursed Brahms the Boy or a cursed swimming pool and think, man, I don't want to see that, because I know that it's taking itself stupidly serious for no reason, even though it's for PG-13-year-olds, and therefore will not scare me because the craft work is also going to be subpar and kind of shitty because it's made by that guy that made Wish Upon. You know what I mean? Anyway, The Monkey really is one of those kinds of movies in theory, except it doesn't need to be legit piss-pants scary because it's legit a horror comedy, and it's not for babies because it's pretty hard R, and the craft work is actually far above average because it's made by the guy that made Longlegs. Yes, The Monkey is the new film from Osgood Perkins, his second in the last 12 months, and first since becoming one of the most talked about names in horror. I was not expecting to review 2 Perkins movies in a year, but shit, I got Perkins fever, man. I got Parkinson's disease, my bad. While the trailer did spoil a couple of kills or striking images that I would have preferred to see the first time in theater, I had not a clue what the actual premise was, as I did not look up the short story by Stephen King because I didn't want to. But now having seen it, and forgive these comparisons, but The Monkey's kind of like Death Note meets Final Destination by way of Stephen King. That sucks. It's about a toy monkey that twin brothers Hal and Bill Shelburne inherit from their deadbeat father who left when they were very, very young. The boys find out that once they crank the monkey, someone dies. But unlike Death Note, you can't choose who dies. And unlike Final Destination, it's legit just an evil toy monkey, and death does not chase a group of hot teens. No Diddy, by the way. Where to start with this thing? The Monkey is about a couple different things. Most prominently would be the same themes as Longlegs, kind of a sibling film, honestly, passing down things to your kids or future generations, some familial toxin that just like can't be cured, but it's still your burden to bear. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. The second thing it's about is much more on the surface, but I found myself attaching to a lot more. The Monkey is simply about being afraid to die, a universal feeling we all deal with at some point or another. This made the movie a breath of fresh air because I distinctly remember rewatching the Final Destination movies a while ago and wondering what it would be like if the people that death was coming for were just normal and didn't really do anything wrong, even if on accident they didn't avoid some sort of catastrophe and so death has to correct itself. Just freak accidents to random people, and how unfair death can really be to us. I would also highly recommend the song Carissa by Sun Kill Moon. It is, I don't want to spoil it, but it's like a 7-minute folk ballad, and you have no idea how much it relates to the monkey and the premise of this movie. Trust me, I think it's a banger, and I hope you like it. If you do check it out, let me know in the comments, whatever. Anyway, back on my shit. I'm always intrusively thinking of all the ways the world or God or whoever could come up with to kill me. Fear of death is super common, and developing a relationship with death, I think, is an essential part of growing and aging as a human being. Not to spoil anything, but thematically in the movie, there's a moment where they say the monkey will always be there, it'll always chase you and be around, but you just gotta not crank the monkey. You know, death will come for all of us, so embrace the absurdity and randomness of it. Put yourself out there, you know, go do stuff, do whatever you want to do, because who cares? You know, it's a little bit nihilistic, but the way their mother treats it when they're kids was, while very cold, I did find it pretty sincere. You know, it's a very sweet transition from them going from a funeral to her saying, let's go dancing. You know, all the childhood stuff in this movie is done really well, and I think Osgood Perkins does Stephen King stuff surprisingly well. Here's just more things I liked, I guess. Theo James plays Hal and Bill Shelburne, and I think he did a pretty great job with what he's given. I only knew him from the Divergent series, and I didn't even watch those, so I guess I don't really know him. I did watch White Lotus Season 2, but I don't remember him in it. My bad. The strange thing about casting someone like Theo James in the lead role of this movie in particular is that I expected one of the twins to better serve Theo James's look and vibe, but instead both are complete, incompetent, anxious weirdos, and I think that's cool. One character does comment on Hal's tall drink of waterness, so that tells me the film is aware of what it's doing, but I did find it strange that neither of the twins Theo plays really lean into how YA novel hot he is. Hal's son, Colin O'Brien, I had never seen before, but I thought he really shined too. Monkey shines. And has great comedic timing also. I don't have that. Also, Adam Scott jump scare, but whatever the positive version of jump scare is, Elijah Wood is in this, Tatiana Maslany is in this. Both are fantastic and serve their place in the story, whether to provide absurdist comedic relief to Hal as a man or a tender but complicated mother figure in their childhood. Underrated cast in this thing, I would say. Nico Del Rio as the aloof rookie priest has no right to be that funny. I don't know who he is, but I thought his seemingly improv sermon was hysterical. The kills in this movie are nearly immaculate. They are so ridiculous, so over the top. It's like a buckshot splatterfest. This movie is neither realistic or scary with its deaths, and I think it's cringe if you care about that after seeing the whole movie. The Monkey is a hard comedy, and I was not expecting that to be one of my favorite things about it. Horror comedies are just not really the twofer I prefer, but there are several that I hold very dear and think are the cream of the crop. But The Monkey is on that list moving forward. Its pace is super quick, dialogue is really snappy and clever. I love smart movies with silly premises. But by the way, comedy is incredibly subjective, so if you did not find this movie to be very funny and you had no laughs, and then on the other hand you had no scares either, I get why you didn't like it. So if you just didn't find it funny and that's all it is, like, we're done here. There's nothing I can do to change your fucking mind, kid. Osgood Perkins himself plays kind of a dirtbag uncle to the two twins, and he's committing fully to this comedic performance, and I thought it was great. If you watch this movie and are just mad that it's not scary like Longlegs, I for real just don't know how to help you. Is it whiplash to get two movies within the same calendar year from the same creative voice about the same themes but that operate in entirely different modes of filmmaking? Yeah, kinda. Also, whiplash, good movie. But when both are still sharp as hell and entertaining and focused on delivering a consistent mood throughout, even if they're different moods, I think it just adds to Osgood Perkins' track record of sturdy, consistent genre filmmaking. And The Monkey is a burst of energy in his filmography that I think will age really well. Did you guys like The Monkey? Where does it rank for you so far in Osgood Perkins' movies? Like, have you seen I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives Inside the House? You know, have you seen Blackcoat's Daughter? How perky for Perkins are you in the first place? You know what I mean? Did you just see Longlegs? Was that your intro to him? I want to know. Let me know. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want. Check that Longlegs video out if you want. Hope you guys have a really great day. See you later. Bye.